I heard, "Cut! Stop talking." Thank you. We'll be in touch. And of course, for an actor, that's like, there's the door. Don't let it hit you. You know, on the way out. You know. But I thought, okay, thank you very much. And I went back and I watched the sunset on the beach. It was really beautiful day. And I walked out the door, and he gets on the phone. He calls Tom James, and he goes, "I found out Mario. I've got him." And I don't know exactly what happened. But only my tape ended up going up there, and only my tape ended up in Japan, and you know, and from there, like the next day, I'm on an airplane, you know, or actually, I called a friend up and said, "Can you do an imitation of this?" "Hello, I'm Mario," you know. So there were two of us originally that went up there, and then you know went down to Pasadena, got fitted for these custom masks, and then went up and down, and learned how to use this technology, which I'm still using today, and it's called Merch Mario in Real Time. And if you're ever at the Nintendo World Store in December or January, July, August, that sort of time of year, we do that still, so you can still walk up to Mario and talk to Mario on the screen. It's really, it's great fun. And it's been 23 years of absolute fun and joy, you know, coming and meeting you people is great fun for me, and doing the games, recording the games, doing every aspect of my life has been absolutely fabulous because of this, and I've had so much fun through the years, you know, all because I didn't know how to shut up. which served me well in the long haul. You know, it's a funny thing because apparently every other actor, you know, would start off, you know, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Mario. You know, I'm a plumber, and I'm from Brooklyn, and how you doing?" You mean like that? And as soon as they broke character, the producer go, "Yes, like that. Thank you. Next." Because he had made his point. I want you to do this. And people were trying to please him rather than take the ball. You know, it's like when you're a dog on the beach, which I very much am, you know, and somebody throws the ball. You don't go, "Okay, I'm going to go get it. If I run like this, is that how you want me to get the ball?" You know, no. You know, just be the dog, go get it. And somehow that was me at that moment. So, you know, being an actor is a funny thing. You always want to be creative and productive and do what, you know, brings to the party what you have. But you can't be trying to get the job or trying to do what somebody else wants you to do because you'll never get it. So that's my theory of that. The cup is yellow. I just want to say, I was like, whoa, every time I look at it, I was like, hey. So, hi, who wants to ask me a question? And feel free to ask me anything.
Over in the side there, what was your favorite game to do the voice of Mario?
Wow, what was my favorite game to do the voice of Mario? You know, I got to tell you, we've been doing the Mario in real time since 1990/1991, and I got a phone call from the guys at Nintendo, and they said, "Mr. Miyamoto would like you to do the voice in the video game because there's going to be a platform that can support more memory." And I'm like, "Oh, cool, okay," you know, and so that's when it was, in those days it was like doing CES shows, like 2 a year, and then all of a sudden it's like, you know, an occasional, you know, media thing, and all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, fly to Seattle, eat sushi, and do a voice in a video game. That could be fun, you know, and it was that game in particular, Mario 64 for the N64, was miraculous because all those years of having done Mario's voice, talking to people and talking to kids, suddenly I could put them in the game. You're like, woohoo, oh, Ducky, yeah, thank you very much, you know, things like that. And so it's like everything, because it was brand new, you know, it gives me actually goosebumps to talk about it, because I remember that session. I can't tell you how fun it was. You know, this Jim Simmons said, well, you know, in this sort of place, he wants to be excited, but not as excited because then he's going to be more excited the next one and the next one. So he goes, yahoo! You know, he was putting all those things in there. It was just completely fun. And, you know, when there was this moment, it's like, okay, now when you put a controller down and people don't play again, we want to encourage them to play, but then if they don't do it, I mean, obviously you can't keep saying the same thing. You know, so we'll do something. And I have no idea who it was, but somehow we came up with the idea of spaghetti, ravioli, you know. And so I do that, and it's like just seeing that and remembering those things is like the super fondest memories of anything. But I love every game I recorded. I recorded 5 games in Japan, and that was amazingly fun to go into Mr. Koji Kondo's studio, which is big enough for a symphony to go into, you know, and that's where they record these incredible musics and things and sounds, and you go in and it's beautiful wood and